Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Waswati binti Ishaq, and today I would like to present about project management, and we will organize the sport youth camp in Escape Penang. First is introduction of the background. Club Sukan Rekreasi UiTM Kedah will organize the event for the youth who will participate in this sport youth camp. The sport club was established to organize sports and recreational events carried out by the UiTM Kedah to be participated by the UiTM staff themselves, their family members and surrounding local residents in the Merbuk area and Sungai Petani itself. The chairman of the Club Sukan and Rekreasi UiTM Kedah is Mr. Muhammad Syahriali bin Jumaat. Mr. Chairman, who is dedicated and carrying out his duty. The Club Sukan Rekreasi UiTM Kedah is located at Universiti Teknologi Mara Cawangan Kedah, kampus Sungai Petani, Merbuk, Kedah. Now we look at the background of KSR. KSR was officially established as the parent level of UiTM Shah Alam and was registered with the Registration Department of Selangor Branch Organisation. Now the Registration Department of Selangor Branch Organisation and Federal Territory on 13 June 1992, and subsequently the role and PSKK contribution are developed throughout the UiTM system. Introduction of the project. KSR will organize a sport youth camp in Escape Penang Theme Park. It's a program aimed to keep youth interested in positive, active life. Escape Penang Theme Park is located where you can get your adrenaline pumping for hours. The park is located in 828 Jalan Teluk Bahang, Tanjung Bunga, Pulau Pinang, not far from Georgetown, the city of Pulau Pinang. This program will be carrying out for 5 days, 4 nights. It will include 150 participants that for youth age from 17 until 35 years old. The proposal purpose will bring the objective to give opportunity to the youth participate in sports activities that will keep them adapt sports as their healthy sides. The expected budget for this program is 55,000 ringgit, since we do not have to build any extra facilities as it is already provided there, included the expenses for administration and operational. Project work objective is to organize the annual National Youth Camp in different places for every year to keep young people active, interested in their life, as well as increase their self-esteem. As the focus group is youth and teenagers, sports and recreation activities are valued as social connectors and powerful development tools to counter a lack of adequate opportunities for positive social interaction, unequal distribution of resources, a high rate of unemployment, a high rate of crime, and other social ills. To unlock adequate opportunities for positive social interaction through national youth gathering. And lastly is to ensure the youth interested and practice positive active lifestyle. The time frame for the sport youth camp will be started on 2nd of May 2023 and ended at 16th of June 2023. And for the budget, the financial resources are entirely from the participant for the entrance fee, and KSR will provide a budget for the participants' meals as well as other costs that must be paid to the supplier. Project organization. Organizing a project is through make a list of tasks that need to complete in order to achieve the goal of the project. Identifying resources that required for the project, it can help the project to be done. Determine the roles of the team are also important, because through the list of roles, it can help the person to know their responsibility in the project. And organizing a successful team project is must to deliver the plan with the team project as soon as possible. Managerial roles, project manager responsibility. To develop project, it is important that manager have good package like skills, knowledge, credibility and competencies to lead a project. The second thing is good leadership skill, which is charismatic, which any manager must have as the important criteria for a manager. As a project manager, good communication skill is very important to have. This is to ensure the staff understands where they want to go and how they get there. So to become a good manager, he must be able to give feedback and constructive feedback. Managerial structure. Our manager is Shahrian, administration Myra, operational 1 and management Azrul. The role of administration manager is responsible for driving the successful execution of projects, manage project from concept to completion, ensuring that all objectives are met on time, within budget and to the desired quality. Facilitate team collaboration, build relationship with key stakeholders, and lead project team in various capacities. For project manager, the role is overseeing the entire project, defining the scope of the project, developing a project plan, managing the resources involved, and monitoring the progress of the project. Ensure the project is completed according to the budget and timeline and meet all customer requirements. Day-to-day point of contact between the organization and the customer and maintain communication among project stakeholders. For operational manager is to ensure successful completion of project within an organization, responsible for overseeing and managing all aspects of the organization, operation and projects, from planning to implementation, ensure team productivity, coordinate resources, and manage budget and cost control. It also have to ensuring that highest quality outcome for their clients and customers. Project and timeline, event details, spot use camp at Escape Penang, organizer Kelab Sukan and Rekreasi UiTM Kedah, date from 10th of June until 14th of June, duration for 5 days. The tentative program will be having 3 different times. From day 1, the program start at 9 in the morning for registration and assemble for the briefing, and they will continue to have their brunch and activities until at night. Day 2 until day 4, basically there will be the same routine from breakfast, participate in the activities at Escape Penang, and having their break as well until night. And day 5 only have their breakfast, participate in activities, brunch, and they have their free time for shopping at Penang Island before going back at 2 o'clock. Responsibility metric. We have about 8 parts for the responsibility metric. First is gather data. It takes about 15 days. Second is prepare report. It takes about 5 days. Third is deliveries from supplier, estimated about 5 days. Maintenance about 1 day. Recruitment of participant 30 days. Set up location about 20 days. Inspection 5 days. Camp day for 5 days, and lastly postmortem for 1 day only. Network diagram. First activity is problem definition. The person in charge will be Sharan and Wan Salwati. Estimated to finish is in 2 days. It complete the project. Second is design analysis. The person in charge is Wan Salwati and Myra. Estimated Duration, it takes 5 days, but then it finish on day 7. Third is preparing design concept. Person in charge will be Myra. Estimated duration 3 days, but then it start on day 7 and it takes 3 days, completed on day 10. On 4th is sourcing materials. Person in charge Syahrian and Wan Salwati. Estimated duration 10 days and it completed within the 10 days. And 5th, preparing on technical. The person in charge is Syahrian and Azrul. Estimated duration, it takes 16 days. So it start on 20 and finish on 26. And project submission will be Syahrian will be in charge on that. And estimated duration on only first day. And it start on day 37 and finish on day 38. Gantt chart. First is problem definition. Person responsible is Syahrian and Wan Salwati. Estimate duration 2 days. Second is design analysis. Person in charge is Wan Salwati and Myra, and estimated duration within 5 days. Third is preparing design concept. Person in charge is Myra and estimated duration is 3 days. Fourth is sourcing materials. Person in charge will be Syahrian and Wan Salwati. Estimated duration is 10 days. Fifth, preparing of technical. Person in charge will be Syahrian and Azrul, and estimated duration within 16 days. And lastly is project submission. Person in charge will be Syahrian and estimated duration will be 1 day only. Project milestone. First is gather data, location, duration within 15 days. Will start on 2nd of May and finish on 16th of May. Person is Wan Salwati. Second is gather data for volunteer, duration 20 days. Start on 2nd of May and finish on 25th of May. Person in charge will be Myra. Gather data for supplier within 10 days. Start on 2nd of May and finish on 11th of May. Person in charge will be Wan Salwati. Fourth is prepare report within 5 days. Start on 12th of May and finish on 16th of May. Person in charge will be Syahrian. Fifth is delivering from suppliers. Estimated 5 days duration. And start from 17th of May and finish on 21st of May. Person in charge is Myra. 6 is maintenance within 6 days. Start on 22nd of May and finish on 27th of May. Person in charge is Azrul. 7 is recruiting participant within 30 days. Start on 6th of May and finish on 6th of June. The person in charge will be Myra and Azrul. 8 is set up location within 20 days. Start on 5th of May and finish on 24th of May. Person in charge will be Myra. 9 is inspection of item within 5 days. Start on 15th of May and finish on 20th of May. Person in charge will be Azrul. 10 on camp days. Duration for 5 days. Start on 10th of June and finish on 14th of June. The person in charge will be participate in this program. And postmortem 1 day only. Start on 16th of June and finish on 16th of June. Will be participated by all of the team members.
Assalamualaikum and hi everyone, my name is Muhammad Syahrian bin Jumat and I will explain about the cost section. For casting activity costs, there are 6 items which are contingency costs, dining hall, labor costs, hardware, food costs and transportation costs. So we look at contingency cost. For the total cost is 4,000. Second is dining hall, which include round table, chair, corner table. For round table, the total cost is 750. For chair is 1,500, and corner table is 250. The third item is labor cost, which wage labor. For this forecasting activity cost, the quantity that we use is 5%, which the cost per unit is 2,000. So the total is 10,000. The fourth is hardware. Uh, in this hardware, we use PA system. For the activity, the quantity is 1, so cost per unit is 250, and the total is 250. For the food cost, there are 5 days for quantities 150%, which the first day, day 1 is 7,500. Day 2 until day 4, the total cost is the same, which 8,250, and the last day 5 is 2,250. And the last but not least item for forecasting activity cost is transportation fees, which include bus and fuel. For the bus, for casting activity cost, we use the quantity of bus is 4 unit, which cost per unit is 1,000. So the total for cost for the bus is 4,000. For the fuel, the total cost is 600. So the forecasting activity cost overall total for for contingency cost, dining hall, labor cost, hardware, food cost, and transportation fee is 52,850. Uh, the 150 participant only need to bear the cost of the tent, and the activity fee are of RM 100 per person, which that the total price of is RM 15,000 was not included in cost expenditure part by KSR. Next part is risk analysis. A risk is uncertain, and if it occurs, it can depart accomplishing the project objective. The risk identification include determining which risks may adversely affect the project objective and what the impact of each risk might be if it occurs. A common approach to identify the source of risk is brainstorming. So the risks that are accounted to be occurring can have a significant negative impact on accomplishing the project objective. Through establishing risk categories, it may help to identify and evaluate risks. Some possible categories are technical, schedule, cost, human resource, external, or sponsor or customer. Then, through historical information from past project is another source that can be helpful in identifying possible risks. This will help project team elaborate and identify new risks, as well as the estimate impact of previously identified risks as more information become available. Any project that will be implemented have possibility to face risk. It will be cost successful project or failure project. In order to ensure the project will be successful, risk analysis is very important in doing project. So in this project, there are several risks that can be predicted. At the same time, we also have come up with solution and step to manage the risk. So here I will explain the change in technical analysis, change in schedule of the project, and change in human resource. Okay, first, change in technical analysis. The risk analysis can be divided into several categories, which are technical, schedule, and human resource. So the first category is technical. This project will be failure to meet customer performance requirement, which caused by customer expectation is contradicting with what organizer propose and provide. Second, change in schedule of the project. The second category is the schedule of the project. It means that the project will face risk of scheduling as the program had been scheduled may not be carried out because of inside and outside influencer like weather, delay in some delivery equipment, and also the health or problem of the participant or volunteer, which may make it possible for them to do and finish the project in estimation time. The last but not least is change in human resource. The risk is when the project doesn't have enough participant or volunteer to carry out the project. This will be caused by lack of participant from the youth of the project. But all the risks can be solving through risk identification, risk quantification, risk response, and risk control. So the project implementation will be successful. Risk assessment metric. In this part, we will see the risk, impact, like height of occurrence, degree of impact, action trigger, responsibilities, and response plan. So we look at the change technical analysis. The impact is failure to meet customer preference, financial loss, like height of occurrence L, degree of impact M, action trigger, identifying the design problem according to customer preference. So in this part, the one Salawati will responsible to take the action. So response plan, replan the customer need, assign another team project to help on customer needs. The second is change schedule project. The impact due to the unexpected weather because of doing external activity, health issue of the participant. The action trigger, closely monitor the weather forecast on the event date. So in this part, the Azul will responsibility. So the response plan, replan the date if weather forecast predicting raining or thunderstorm. The last but not least, change in human resource. The impact do not have enough participant or volunteer. Uh, the action trigger, promoting this camp so that have enough participant, recruit new volunteer. In this part, Myra and Azul will responsible to respond the plan, uh, identify the causes and problem and possible solution. Evolution criteria. In our project, recreational sport yard camp so include exit criteria consists 4 phases. The first phase is project scope is identified. Information of the youth sport activity interested and identify problem location rental in Escape Penang Thema Park is collected by the project team members. The work breakdown structure WBS has been created and approved by project manager. All the project team are given their own responsibility. Project activity and deliverable have been communicated to the project team members. The second phase is schedule baseline. Suitable time range of the project have been determined by the project team members. Provided instruction have been determined by the project team members. The sport activities such as the flying fox, high rope course, low rope course, bunga trampoline can hidden treasure, coconut tree climb, and many more introduced because the program initiated. The staff are given duty to monitor the participant. The third phase is quality assurance. Sport activity in the project are determined by the project member. The project implementing clean, environmentally friendly to the environment by the project member and participant. All activity have been monitored by the project manager. Demonstrated program is led by the project manager and monitored by the staff and other members. Equipment is already been set in terms of its safety measurement with advanced technology. Youth community is given motivation to increase the level of awareness of youth people to register and join activity in our project. Last but not least, the phase 4 is walking delivery by Club Rekreasi and Sukan. Work and design on the future project have been done by the project member led by project manager. Exit survey is recorded by some questionnaire given. Level of satisfaction of participant is recorded by the project team. Control system. In developing a project, there are basically management process that call project life cycle. Project life cycle is the easiest way of conceptualizing the general structure of project over time. Control system also can be determined from the project life cycle, where it consists of 4 phases, that is initiating, planning, performing, and closing. In the first phase, which is initiating phase, projects are identified and selected. For this project, we identify this yacht as a catalyst that will become the key point to make this project successful as the objective of this program. The problem which we consider it occur by referring to the schedule. The next phase is about the planning, where the project need to be arranging according to the timeline and ensure the project is handling based on the time frame. The duration of the completion of the project should be some with resource that we have. However, we found that there is need for some adjustment at the timeline, where it's refer to the placement of the activity as well as the duration of time. Other than that, performing phase is about the project plan which execute and all the activity are carried out to produce all the deliverable and to accomplish the project goals. During the performing the activity in this project, we are monitoring and controlling the entire task and resource in line with the project plan. This is to avoid wastage and delay in scheduling time. During the project progress, the scope is fully completed according to satisfaction and all deliverable meet acceptance criteria. At the last phase is closing, where project evaluation is conducted. Lesson learned identified and documented for the use in the next future project. This is when the objective of program should be achieved. As this project proposed to be done every year, the evaluation of the postmortem from the previous project can be used to avoid doing the same mistake, and addition of new activity to encourage the participant year by year. Thank you.